because the gold will be right up underneath it. And then before I get too far along, I got to tell them about tertiary channels. Tertiary channels is what every miner dreams of. Now, tertiary is a word that represents a time period in the world's evolution, if you will. It was, you have Jurassic, Cambrian, Precambrian, Cretaceous, all these different time periods. Tertiary was a time period between 65 and 6 million years ago. It was a long span. And it's known well for its volcanic activity. We had tons and tons of volcanic flow during the tertiary age. Well, the interesting thing is, prior to that, we had rivers all over the place that had a lot of gold in them, for whatever reason. Well, when the volcanic activities came, for whatever reason, during the tertiary period, it covered all these rivers up with volcanic material and sealed those rivers shut. And then, of course, then you had more sedimentary on that and so on and so forth. Well, I tell people, if you can get down to those old tertiary channels that have been sealed up for millions of years, nobody's ever touched those. That's where your good gold is. Tertiary. Now, with that information, this is all going to make sense now. Now go fast forward to the gold rush of 1849 in California. You've seen those guys with the big water hoses, the monitors, and they're washing down the hillside getting the gold, right? And you're thinking, what the heck? They're washing out the old tertiary zones. Now, all that yellowish dirt that's on top, that is from volcanic ash from the tertiary time period. They're washing it all the way so they can get down to those gravels. Those gravels have been in the ground so long, they've actually taken on a blue color. So they call it the blue lead. When you see it, you're gonna have gold like you've never seen before in your life. Really? So they'll wash all those hills down just to get to that river gravel, and it's been in there so long, it's compacted, and sometimes they had to use dynamite to get it out, because it's even though it's round river rock and it's kind of a bluish color, the clay holding it together, super hard stuff. They blow it out with those giant monitors, and then they would wash it in these huge monstrous sluice boxes, and then at the end of the week they'd go through and clean out the sluice box and get tons of gold. So what guys do today is they go up in these old pits and they go looking around for what's left of the sluice box, see if they can find any gold left in them, or metal detect in the cracks and crevices of the old bedrock that was washed, clean, because there's still going to be gold in there. The old timers didn't care about little nuggets like this. They wanted the big stuff, because remember, it's 20 bucks an ounce, and they want the big stuff. They want to get in, get as much as they can, and move on to the next spot. That's why they call it a gold rush. Today, 1,000 bucks an ounce, we can take our time. We live not far. Our lives don't depend on this. So tertiary channels, you find one of those, oh man, you got yourself some gold. So what a lot of guys would do is they would try to tunnel down. Alaska's another example. You had a lot of lava flows. They would tunnel down until they got down to the bedrock, and they'd have the old tertiary channel sitting on top of that bedrock, and then they would drift along the bedrock and clean the gold out from those channels. Very dangerous, because it's just basically hard packed gravel. It could collapse at any time. So that was very dangerous, but they got a lot of gold, hundreds of thousands of ounces that way. But it's extremely dangerous. But that's just something that flow sand is. That's nothing. And I don't think there's going to be hardly any gold in there, but I'll get it anyway, just in case. And then you got this harder stuff right here. Now, if I'm forgetting something, Larry, you got to remind me.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's all right. I'm going to walk you through it. So, first thing you do is, wait, a little bit more water. First thing I like to do, get your hands on there. I'm going to help walk you through it. You're going to circulate that material round and round. And you're stratifying it. Okay, and that's about enough. And then you're going to start to shake back and forth. As you do, you're going to tilt forward until you see that material get right about to the edge. Then you're going to stop, and then you're going to gently wash that material out.
It will move and stratify.
And then you're going to bring that material back in the can, round and around. Then you're going to shake back and forth right to the edge, and then you're going to wash out. And then you're going to put the water back in. You're going to circulate and get that material back inside, back and forth. Not so heavy.
You look like you're fighting over a gold pan with Slim or something here.
Let me get that rock out of there. Look at that rock out there. That's a big rock in there. Round and round. Okay, now you're going to be a little bit more gentle with it because you're getting close to the... Okay, that should be enough. Now you're going to get that material in the pan. You're going to tap it a couple times, left or right, doesn't matter. There you go. And then you're going to gently swirl that material around like such. And what you're doing is you're washing that lighter material off. See what I mean?
Yeah.
Found a great card, but it might be sold by next week.
just so much to remember.
I gotta look for another one just in case.
Whoa!
And what do you got?
Is that?
And you got yourself a gold nugget, my friend.
Where did that come from? Did that come from there? It's yours.
You just found yourself a gold nugget.
Yeah, that's nice.
Serious.
Gold.
Gold.
How much do you think that weighs?
This is how you work these.
Maybe
Grab and a half or
grab
something?
and a half.
Can I take a photo of it?
Yeah, it's all yours.
Serious.
Yeah, I ain't kidding you.
Watch this.
Thank you very much, Jeff.
Jesus.
So that
Point me
way.
to the
When
gold.
I looked and I thought I'd put it in your hand and take a photo.
Yeah.
Fine,
I'll
I
send
kids
it
that'll
back
drink
up.
it.
Because they keep asking me about you.
I'll snuff on that talking about. I have a snuffer out here somewhere that's got
Yeah,
some
you
stuff in it.
It'll blow away.
Yeah.
You know?
I keep these myself too, though. I like them too. I
like
keep
'em.
little separate vials for my garnet and little separate vials for my gold, you know?
We went to Garnet Hill in Nevada a couple weeks ago. Oh, they're everywhere. They're everywhere.
Just everywhere.
Yeah.
So you could literally scoop.
Well, I mean, we had to do a little digging, and then I sat in a pile where people had already dug. I just sat there. Then pretty soon your eyes start tuning in. You could see them in the host rock. You know, these big old. And they got all this.
Like if I went out there for a day, can I fill a 5-gallon bucket with garnets?
I think. Well, you could fill it with the host rock and the garnet, but not garnets.
Well, the reason I ask is because I like to put the garnets in my pay dirt, and I'm about to get out from underneath Dick Thomas and do my own pay dirt. You know?
Okay.
I make twice as much.
Yeah, we didn't find that many free garnets. They were
They're all locked
pretty
up.
much
You
locked.
had to knock them out of a rock.
Well, you could see them in the rock, and you know you could try to knock them out.
But
I wanted to get a shot of him coming down that hill.
Yeah.
Might be millions.
I wouldn't have seen daylight for thousands of years.
You're the first person to, almost the first.
See how it stays here no matter what I do? So when you're walking it,
walking and talking.
watch the gold. See it, see it walking?
Yeah.
It walked all the way up to the side.
Can I do that?
Yeah, you can do. It's yours. You can do whatever you want.
Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Okay. All right.
I'm
Hi, 35. I love you so much.
emotional.
There it goes.
So what we're gonna do is, I hope I can catch that emotion on film.
Walking the dog.
Walking it down. I think you call it walking the gold. Look at that. He got himself a nice juicy nugget.
The blueberry
Come
bottom.
on in here. Take a look at this.
Look at that, gents. People back in Britain.
Get that sunlight on there. Woo wee. Now put your finger there so people can see a reference, because they like to see references. There you go. Look at that. You make a tooth out of that.
That's the real deal.
That's the
holy
real
deal,
deal,
right?
baby.
Here, let's do this right here.
Britain.
Here we go.
This one's coming back to Britain.
Get you in the
There you
sunlight.
go.
There you go.
Sunlight, Jeff.
Because gold likes to follow the sun. That way, because people like to see size comparison. See. Now, what you're gonna do is you're gonna have it here, and you're gonna, as you pull out, you're gonna cock it back with this hand. As it comes back, when it comes all the way back, then you squeeze the trigger. But it has to come all the way back, then squeeze. You gotta hold it together. So we're gonna holster you again. Ooh. You're getting it though. There you go. No, I don't have a black pan. Oh, the tub, yeah.
Okay, you have one small black tub and a 20 mesh green plastic pipe.
Bingo.
Can I do one more? Ready?
Hey, Devin.
Oh, I missed. I'll do one more.
Anything you want.
Oh, I didn't even look.
Oh, you'll be a Wild West frontiersman before you know it.
I'll do one more. Is there one
Yeah,
more pulling
I
in?
got done some. I'll go bring some more.
Oh no.
That's it. And you push. And then if you don't pull back on the hammer, then it'll stick. See that?
Yeah.
It's because of the locking mechanism. So you're gonna cock back a little bit. Out you go. Cock back a little. Out you go. Cock back. Out you go. He's good. Cock back. Out you go. Yep. So, okay, and then whenever.
Kind of looking around here. See if I can find, here's a bunch of old cans, any purple glass anywhere. I found a bunch of it right here. So, heading home Sunday afternoon and had a wonderful time. If I can get home in time, I don't know if I can, it's a long drive. Jeff Williams is going to be on the Gold Prospector Space Radio, the internet radio station. I'll call up the station, give them a hard time.